Hi SD fans and welcome back. Many people are just starting to get back out diving, and as we emerge blinking into the sunshine after lockdown, we thought this was a prime time to offer some sage advice on what to include in an essential spares kit so you don't find your planned diving day ruined by some unexpected breakage. For those here for the first time, my name's Mark. I'm the editor-in-chief of the Scuba Diver media brand, and welcome to the Scuba Diver YouTube channel. Take 2 seconds to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos, and ring that bell so you get notification of the latest releases. Want some free stuff? Everyone loves free, right? Check out the description below for all sorts of goodies, like a free digital subscription to any of our magazines. Where we can, we'll link you to the products we talk about in the support our channel section in the description. For transparency, we'll earn a small commission each time you purchase after clicking one of our links, and this will go directly back into making more content for you to enjoy. Now, let's dive into the video. With any luck and some good planning, you've got your kit serviced over the winter, and if you already have a few successful dives under your belt. With a May bank holiday to look forward to, what could possibly go wrong now? Well, apart from the car breaking down, babysitters pulling out at the last minute, coming down with a cold, or someone stealing your undersuit from the washing line, nothing whatsoever. That is why the single most frustrating thing in the world is when, having persuaded the powers that be to line up the planets just so and make the seas go flat, you pull your fin strap tight and shatter the buckle. You've had it planned for weeks, the boss has granted you a long weekend off, the gods have smiled on you, and there you are in full kit, mere seconds away from quite possibly the best wreck dive you have ever done. And at this point, you would agree to anything, including swapping your children for a fin buckle. However, the nearest set of buckles that fit are nowhere to be found on the boat. If you think this is fiction, it's only because it hasn't happened to you yet. The rest of us are still suffering from the post-traumatic stress that the last broken fin buckle caused. If the recent experience of a friend was anything to go by, you could also arrive at the coast to find that your BCD is still hanging up at home, a whole fin strap and buckle has mysteriously gone missing, and the O-ring has fallen out of the din fitting on your regulator. At times like this, you really start believing in Gremlins, and I'm not talking the movie version. I don't think I know an instructor who isn't used to this situation, and over the years, my own on-site toolbox and spares kit has grown to accommodate my own needs as well as anticipating the needs of other people. Not only do you get to fix a piece of kit, but more importantly, you save someone's day and their sanity, and quite possibly your own as well. The problem is that you can't always rely on a knight in shining armour, so it's no surprise that many divers put their own saver dive kit together. But what is a reasonable backup? How far do you go with redundancy and spares kit before you realise that you need a bigger car just to carry it all around in? Here's a minimal list of some of the things that I've saved dives on numerous occasions. Let's start with tools. We've got Allen keys or hex wrenches for removing or installing blanking plugs in regulator first stages. Most plugs require 4mm or 5mm keys, but some American regulators use imperial sizes. A set of keys that range from 3 to 8mm will cover most situations, including removing din inserts in cylinder valves. A 0mm to 19mm adjustable spanner for changing hoses. Like Allen keys, adjustable spanners can be very cheap, but they're almost always badly designed and of poor quality. Hose end fittings and blanking plugs are made from chrome-plated brass. They're easily damaged if you don't use the right size tools, making them very difficult to remove later on. I have a very good quality wrench that has slim pointed jaws that are ideal for getting in between the hoses of a first stage. When changing a hose, don't over tighten a nut. A final 1/8 of a turn is all that is needed to lock a hose in place. And also don't push the hose protectors over the hose nuts, because it can cause a lot of stress to the hose when you subsequently want to get access to the nut. Scissors, shears or electrical side cutters. If I had to pick just one reason for these, it would be snipping cable ties when changing a mouthpiece. Thin nose pliers for gripping fiddly things like the end of a fin strap or a mast strap when you're trying to thread them into their buckles. An O-ring pick. When removing O-rings, it's vital you don't scratch the sealing surface underneath the O-ring. Otherwise, even a new O-ring may not seal. So that's tools. What about spares? O-rings. A visit to your local dive shop is best so that they can supply the sizes that you need. Most cylinder valves and regulator DIN fittings use either 11mm or 12mm O-rings. A few hose end O-rings are for 3/8 and 7/16 ports would also be useful. While you're there, try to get some spare O-rings for your torch as well. Worn out O-rings often lead to a flooded torch, and that's not a cheap outcome in these days of high quality LED torch heads and lithium batteries. Silicone grease. Just put a thin smear on O-rings to help them seal. Port blanking plugs. If you need to remove a hose and haven't got a replacement, then you need to blank the hole in your first stage. There are two imperial sizes, 3/8 for the low pressure ports and 7/16 for the high pressure ports. Insulation tape. If I was to pick just one use, it would be taping up the ends of hoses to protect the threads and stop dirt or sand from getting inside a hose after removing it from your regulator. A spare DIN insert to quickly convert your DIN cylinder back to A-clamp. A spare mask. A spare mask set or a strap would be just cheaper, but usually it's just before the start of the dive that you discover there's a problem. Just swapping a mask is quicker and you can repair the broken one at your leisure later on. Spare fin strap and buckle assembly to stop what we talked about earlier. Toothbrush. I know it sounds a bit odd, but you can't beat them for cleaning sand out of zips. Some beeswax for lubricating zips. Cable ties and a spare mouthpiece, and some 6mm bungee cord for making up loops to secure hoses or making impromptu octopus and torch holders. And you can keep it all in a strong, preferably waterproof box, and make it a little bigger than you think you might need because you're bound to think of other things to put in it. What are some of your hints and advice regarding essential spares? What else do you have in your spares box? Leave your comments below, and if you have a question, fire away. Because if we can't answer it, maybe someone in our community will be able to. Remember, if you enjoyed this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget, you can grab a free digital magazine subscription in the description below. As always, stay safe. And if you're going diving soon, enjoy.